Hi guys, and welcome to Comics at Dawn. I'm Dawn. So I have something crazy to talk to you guys about today. So I was reading this Catwoman comic book. It's Catwoman, issue number 14 from September 1994. And there's something wrong with it. And I can't figure out if it's like all of the Catwoman comics, mine, what's happening. So I figured if I can't figure it out by getting on eBay, Google, I could make a video and ask you guys, maybe you guys have this comic book. Maybe you guys can help me find something online that I can't find. But if you're a Catwoman fan, please look in your collection for this comic book. Because I was reading it and enjoyed it and I was like, oh wow, this is one of my favorite Catwoman comic books I've read lately. Then I got to the very end, and the story didn't continue for me. I did not reach the end. I just was left with this, which is crazy. I've never seen this before. And I'll put up some pictures on the screen if... Oh wait, I think this is gonna do. Where's the rest? Why is it just blank? What's happening? Have you guys seen this before? The next page is like that, but worse. Be prepared to be amazed or disappointed. There's only two choices. What is happening? Where is my comic book? The old comic book is making me smell comic bookness and making me sneeze. The smell of old comics is nice though, I like it. It's like an old vinyl. But anyways, guys, what has happened? What is going on? What is wrong with my comic? Or what is right with my comic? Is this like a special comic that I have on my hands? Am I cool? Is this normal? I know it's not normal, but if you have Catwoman issue number 14 from September 1994, please look. It is written by Duffy. Mr. Duffy, I don't know what your final words of this issue was, and I will never know. I'll forever be out of the loop. Did the dinosaurs get Catwoman? I will never know. What happens with her and this man? I will never know. Maybe that's why it cut off. They were getting a little too freaky. But do I have a special thing going on over here? Am I cool? Is this like a... Because in Pokemon cards, it's like a misprint. Do I have a misprint? Because sometimes whenever you got a comic book, you get lucky. And you get one of these bad boys. A Mark Jewelers. I was very proud to whip that one out. I have another one. I feel like I have a few more, but they're probably mixed in my bins. But these were the two that I had in my special comic book bin. Mark Jeweler. I have Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing, and Scarlet Witch. And I got this because I like The Thing. I think he's really funny. And I thought reading Scarlet Witch would be cool. And then over here we got Iron Man. In the morning, Tony Stark will be sober or dead. And I got a bunch of Tony Stark, Iron Man that day, but I also had the Flash. I got the Flash that day. Somebody had just brought in a collection of old comics and we got to look through them before I think they went out on the floor. I think that might be why we got lucky and got some Mark Jewelers that day. But those are two of my Mark Jewelers. But sometimes whenever you're a comic book collector, you get lucky and you get something in your comic book like a Mark Jeweler. Sometimes with older comic books, comic book artists back in the day and comic book storytellers, they would sign like the first page, I think, instead of signing the front to not mess the cover up. I could be wrong with the reasoning, but sometimes you'll read an older comic, and I've not had this happen to me, and I hope it does one day. But I've seen where people will open up the first page and it'll be signed by like Stanley, and they're like, whoa, and I'm like, yeah, lucky you. Good for you. But that happens. So sometimes you get lucky and something cool will be in your comic book. Now that didn't really necessarily happen for me. I don't have a Mark Jewelers in there. But my question for you guys is do I have a Catwoman misprint where the panels didn't get fully printed? Because if so, that's awesome and that's cool. I'm trying not to like manhandle it all the way and be rough with it, because I was in the bed being kind of careless with it because I was enjoying myself. I was all comfy. I think I had just gotten out of the shower and I was reading, and then I got to the very end and I was like one time that I'm like not being super careful, sitting up straight, holding my breath so I don't breathe on the comic weird. Something like this happens. So I need you guys to help me. Help me. Look and see if you have this. Is yours like that as well? Are we twinning with the missing story, with the missing panels, with the missing art, with the missing dialogue, with the missing ink? Where did it go? Has this happened to you before in a comic book? Because I don't think this has ever happened to me before, because I was like, wow. So yeah, this definitely hasn't happened to me before. So I was really confused, and whenever I went to eBay and looked up the comic book issue, none of the titles was mentioning anything about like a misprint or errors or anything like that. Because whenever I have found a Mark Jewelers comic book in my comic book collection, as I've been reading, I'll look up that issue and I'll see that, okay, there's other Mark Jewelers of this, so hoo. Because I've heard if you have a Mark Jewelers and it's like of a key issue, or if you have a Mark Jewelers and maybe you're the only one listed on eBay, or there's like not a crazy amount on eBay, then it would be worth more. But nobody had anything about my Catwoman information on eBay, and I don't know how to find out. So I thought I could ask you guys. So yes, please help me. Let me know. Has this ever happened to you before? Maybe with a different comic book. Maybe not this one in particular, because I feel like I am asking you guys about such a random issue from a little whiles ago. It was the 90s. And I wasn't even born in the 90s, so that was some time ago. I am a 2000s baby. But we need 90s comic book help. If you have any Catwoman from the 90s, I need you to help me. But guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys about this comic book that I just read. I showed it to you guys in my newer video where I talk about comic books that I've read recently. And I just read this one, I think, last night and was like, huh. And then as I was getting my pile of comic books ready where I was going to tell you guys, this is what I read, this is what I've liked, la 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 la, I was like, I could make a video and then ask you guys, and then I could figure out what happened, why is it like this. So hopefully you guys can help me and let me know, because I do not know. So let me know in the comments, has this ever happened to you before? Do you have it? Do you have the panels I do not have, or are you missing panels too? Let me know down in the comments, guys. But I just wanted to make this video real quick and tell you about this comic that I read and tell you how it was strange and different. Because yeah, never had that happen to me. Crazy. Maybe I'll look for it at the comic book store and see if they have another copy of it, and then I'll buy it and open it up and see if it has the panels. Maybe that's how I can find out too. But if you have it, comment down below and let me know. And has this happened to you before? because this is the first time it's happened to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this silly, unusual video. Never would have thought I would have been making this video on here, but that's how my channel goes. It's always a mystery. So if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and please hit the like button. It makes me so happy. But I hope to see you in my next video. Toodaloo, guys, and I hope you enjoy reading. But hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Toodaloo.